What UNCLE means in the Man from U.N.C.L.E. The titular organization in the Man from U.N.C.L.E. has important, real-world connections. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. is remembered as one of the first and most famous spy shows. Throughout the decade, over a dozen spy-centric TV shows were broadcast, each competing for its own share of the spotlight. Its immediate success spawned a number of novel adaptations and a spin-off show, The Girl from U.N.C.L.E., which premiered in 1966. The main series followed a CIA agent and a KGB agent, working together to combat global threats to humankind. In 2015, noted film director Guy Ritchie brought new life to the franchise with his live-action movie of the same name. The Man from U.N.C.L.'s cast was headlined by Armie Hammer and Henry Cavill, but included other stars as well. Released in 2015, the spy film maintained its Cold War-era setting and acted as a love letter to that romanticized, bygone era when spy media reigned supreme. Of course, at the center of it all is U.N.C.L.E., an organization created for the franchise upon its conception in 1966. U.N.C.L.E. is an acronym that stands for United Network Command for Law and Enforcement, which, in the movie and show, reflected the hopes that real issues could unite even the worst of enemies. Famously, the United States and Russia were polar opposites and at constant odds with each other during the Cold War. The Man from U.N.C.L.E., however, imagined a world in which the two warring nations could, behind closed doors, work together when the need arose for cooperation in the interest of the greater good. As a bit of world building that contributed to some confusion about U.N.C.L.'s legitimacy, each episode of the first 3 seasons of The Man from U.N.C.L.E. ended with the following: "We wish to thank the United Network Command for Law and Enforcement, without whose assistance this program would not be possible." However, this doesn't mean the organization is real, although its existence is technically plausible in terms of the Cold War era of political intrigue and espionage. While fictional, U.N.C.L.E. wasn't well received by some legitimate agencies worldwide, with the United Nations being chief among them. In fact, the pitched idea was United Nations criminal law enforcement, but according to the Cloak and Swagger Affair documentary, this was met with swift pushback from the UN, who was, given the tension of the 1960s, unwilling to let the show utilize its name. This is why the UN portion of U.N.C.L.E. was ultimately labeled as United Network and not United Nations. Thanks for watching.